Hey guys, Krabs here. We're going to be doing Austria-Hungary and France turn 7 for Operation Growing Storm, spring 1917. So some quick housekeeping. China on turn 6 previously did not pull 2 China cards, so we'll go ahead and pull those now and get those resolved before Russia goes after I do. So the Zhili, they get to add 1 cavalry to any territory. So that's going to go somewhere over here. But that is B Nasty's choice where he wants to put that. And then the oh, okay, and then the Zhili also get to add in infantry. So the Zhili are adding 2 units. Don't know what that warlord has been saying, but apparently it's been working and he's recruiting some troops. So our only other thing, Austria-Hungary 2 turns ago took Mezzogiorno and held it to last turn. So that should have warranted us a free diplomacy roll. So we're going to go ahead and roll that now. And we're going to roll that for Greece. So looking for a 1 to 2 to drop that 1 stage from the Brits. And that's a miss, but it's a free roll, so no skin off my back. Let's roll for armor for their tech. See if we can't roll high like we just did. Well, okay, so Austria-Hungary is not good at either. Swapping our rolls. So we're going to spend all 12 on 3 militia, 2 early infantry. Combat. Going to come down 2, take a pot shot at a coastal sub, and then 2 guys are going to load up on a transport, go to northern Italy. Dreadnought 1-2 is going to bombard along with a pre-dread from the first. See if we can't just kill 1 or 2 guys, make it easier for the French. So our seaplane, he'll get a shot at 3. That's a whiff. Our 2 bombards are at 2. There's 1 hit. I'll take it. And then he's got 2 first strikes at 5. And there's the 1 hit he needs. Double casualties for that first round. So that resolves that. So non-coms, fly our seaplane back, and then this pre-dread is going to come off escort duty and park in M2. And that's it for non-com, so we'll place our guys. 3 militia are going to go over in Bohemia, 1 guy in Vienna, and 1 guy to West Hungary. And then they'll collect 12, nothing changed, so still 11 plus 1 for trade. And that'll put us into the French turn. See if we can't do the exact opposite of what Austria does. Armor, artillery, fighter, and air doctrine. And sure enough, that's 4 hits right there. So up 1, we're going to get a free armored car this turn. Stage 1 artillery, stage 1 fighter, and stage 1 air doctrine. Well, that looks promising for this next part then, because we're going to be spending 2 on diplomacy. And we're going to go for Romania and Spain. Romania, Spain. Now we need the exact opposite. Let's roll low. And sure enough, I hit both of those somehow. So Austria-Hungary, can't trust them for nothing. France has to do all the heavy lifting. We moved both of those up 1, so now we're getting plus 1 for trade with them. Good night. And then the rest of our 19, we're going to spend all 19 on poison gas, 3 early colonials, an early cav, and 3 early infantry. So for our combat moves, seaplane, same thing. He's going to come down, try and hit a coastal sub. And this coastal sub is going to slip through that strait. Coastal artillery or nothing doesn't fire at him because it's a sub. Another sub is going to move over and raid with him, and then this one is going to come off raiding and come attack this TBD along with an early cruiser. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. And then our French army is going to go hit the 108th, and a transport is going to pick up the 2 naval infantry that are in the French army and go 1, 2, 3, and drop them off here. And that is not a mountain border, so they won't get debuffed. And for bombards, we're going to move a dreadnought 1, 2, as well as an early cruiser from the French battle group to the first fleet. And then to try and just get as many hits as possible, I think we need to send all 3 early bombers down to do some carpet bombing. So that'll be that. Let's get these quick ones out of the way. So seaplane at 3. That's a miss. Coastal sub with first strike at 2. Miss. Early cruiser at 5. That's a hit. And then TBD shooting back at 2. And that's a miss. So TBD down. We at least killed something. He's going to fly back. And then some raiding. So I will be in black. The Brits will be in red. I'm going to get a +1 to both of mine for coastal subs. That is 1 whole damage. Man, take that, Brits. And then he's got Q ships, so he's going to fire back at 1 on both of those and miss. So, but bam, take that. You're down to 48 bucks. Doing some good work. So, only thing we have left is to resolve this battle. So we've got a early cruiser at 1 and a dreadnought at 2 for bombards. Ooh, there's 1 hit. Perfect. A trench fighter at 1. That, oh, not what I need. We've got 10 early artillery. Let's really mix these up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. Okay, so 6 more. And then a heavy artillery at 6. And that's 1 more hit. Perfect. Those first strikes did some work, so we only need 3 more hits to break that trench line. So, and then he also does not get fortification first strikes against the against me because of my early engineer. So we're gonna have 10, 11, 12 at 1. I just need 3 more hits. There's one more. Okay, 2 more hits. Come on. Our carpet bombs. One of those went back in the bag. There's a miss. 5 at 2 for our infantry that are boosted. There's one more hit. Okay. All comes down to this. Oh my goodness. 2 fighters at 3. If they miss, the trench line holds. Ooh, double hit. So we have broken the trench line, so that's 4 total. That will get to fire back as well. So they've got 6 at 5. And that is, no way, all misses. Oh my goodness. So they've got 2 guys left, so get. Oh, wait a second. And it's only a mountain border, and forts only boost on the first round. So these guys are down to 3. And then my infantry is no longer, or actually no, because they're still at 1. But my artillery gets to boost them. So we've got 11 or 10, 11 total. So let's just take 10, 11, just for counting purposes. So now we have, let's just roll top down to make it quicker. So a 6 is a miss. We've got our 10 at 3 plus our 2 fighters. So 1, 2, 3, yep, that's enough hits. So he's going to fire back at 3. And oh my goodness, how in the world did we just do that? So we tell, okay, that was very hard to believe that we just took that with 0 casualties, but okay, I'm in a little bit of disbelief. And now, since we captured northern Italy and his second fleet was in port, we actually get to roll for each of these ships. And I believe is it in here? Let's see if it shows in here for capturing ships in port. I can't remember what the exact roles are. Combat. I don't. I think I'll have to check the 36 rules for that. For capturing ships in port, but in the meantime, that will put us up 2 income, and Italy down 2, so they're down to 5. French are up to 23. Love to see that. Plus our trade for this turn. Oh my goodness. Okay. The 36 rules are not on here, so I need to find those real quick. Just give me a second. Alright, ships captured in port. So a 1 to 9 is scuttled, and 10 to 12 is captured by the attacking player. So we'll go ahead and pull a dice, and we'll do some rolls for each of these. So looking for 10 to 12s. So for the Italian pre-dreadnought, that is, ooh, captured. Yes. So we get a French pre-dreadnought. There's 1. For the early cruiser. That, okay. That What is with our rolls this turn? Where's the early cruiser? Did I grab the... Yeah, grab the right one. Okay, so there's the early cruiser. A destroyer. Scuttled. A TBD. There's 3 TBDs. Come on, give me one. Give me one. There, yep, okay. So there's 1 TBD for me. The rest are scuttled. Where's the torpedo boat destroyer? There it is. And the Italian transport is scuttled. Okay. Well, I think that is a pretty hefty haul from the Italians. Thanks for that. My goodness. Gotta, we'll leave these separate in case we want to move stuff. Wow. Okay. So, that's all of our combat. So our non-combat. These bombers are going to fly back to Paris. The second fleet is no more, nor is the 108th. And then I think from these, we're going to move a pre-dreadnought down to here. We're going to leave a pre-dread here. TBD will come down. TBD, they have 2 movement, right? Torpedo boat destroyer, yes, 2 movement. Actually, this guy's going to come off escort duty and come here as well. And then a TBD will move over on escort duty. And I think we're going to leave a pre-dread there. Well, sweet. Okay. And then the whole French army has to move up into there. And the early fighters, how much movement total do they have? I think they only have 3. Early fighters, yeah, 3. Those things are so slow. But they can. Early fighters have the ability to land in a freshly captured territory, so they will just land in northern Italy. That major factory becomes a minor since I took it. And I think that that's gonna... Oh, no, that is not all of our non-combat. This guy and this guy are gonna move up 1. Still don't know why I put a cav in the jungle. That thing's gonna suck, but whatever. And I think that that's gonna be it for us. Actually, this guy is gonna... just kidding. How many colonials are we building? 3. 1, 2. Yeah, he's gonna move up 1. And I think that that's gonna be it for non-combat. So we'll go ahead and place our guys, our colonials and cav. Two early colonials, 1 Annam Tonkin, and 1 to Cochin China. So that's garrison still, and then a early cav to if y'all will allow it. I definitely forgot to non-com this guy. I was going to move him over one. If not, I can move him back. This guy is going to go here to keep that garrison up, and the early cav is going to go here on the manpower. Actually, I'm going to have to double check. I don't think I can place a colonial there because there's no manpower. So I might just place him there. Yeah, I think I have to place him there on a, what's it called? Something with manpower. So we'll do that. And yeah, so that'll be that turn. Place the rest of these guys. Our poison gas is getting placed in the French army with those artillery. And then our 3 early infantry are going to be placed in southern France, and yeah, we'll just put them all 3 there. Why not? So, and then we'll collect our income. I think that's all my stuff. So we'll collect our income. We're up to 23, plus 2 for trade with Spain and Romania. So 25. And off that, we will hand it off to Russia. Just be nasty. We just need to, you need to place the 2 guys for Gili before Russia goes, even though that shouldn't really affect Russia's turn, and he can always do that on his turn. So we'll go ahead and hand it off to Russia for their turn 7.